Unbox my second Stitch Fix with me. If you don't know what Stitch Fix is, I'll explain that later on in the video. And this is my second fix because I sent the first one back. I wanted to see what it was given, if I would like it, find out what all there is to it, and then come and actually tell you how I feel about it and give my thoughts. My second fix, like I said, does come with a return bag so you can put your items back in there and ship them back, and that shipping is paid for. Whether you decide to do it through USPS or FedEx or and so on is solely up to you. Like I said, we'll get into that in another video. My first fix, I kept one item in the box and sent the rest back, and I'll explain why later. But for now, let's see what they sent me in the second fix. Hopefully you can see that. And please excuse my background, y'all, because I am in the middle of revamping this entire room. I moved some time ago, and because of my work schedule, it was simply chaotic and a lot of unpacking I did not do in here. And this is usually the room I would use to film my videos, mukbangs, reviews, you name it. It just was not done. Anyway, let's get into what you actually came here for. And it does look like I do have 1, 2, 4 pieces in there. And this box, I want to add, this particular box is smaller than my last box. That's interesting. They kind of wrap these pieces really tightly. It comes with HelloFresh. I guess you get 11 free meals, free breakfast for life. And there's a code I can use to, I guess, use HelloFresh. If I can show that. All right, and then what else comes in this box? It says, thanks for letting us style you. Prepare for compliments. And then it has like the social media stuff and all of that. Yeah. And then on here is pretty much like your invoice. It tells you how much each item in your fix is and what the total is, and so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying. All right, so let's see what they have given me in this fix. You can pick the cycle in which you receive each fix. You get to pick the cycle, rather you want it every couple of weeks, every few months, etc., etc. It'll tell you which one is recommended. I'm going to pull the tape off of there. And so basically I will get to decide if I want to keep any of these pieces or all of them, if I care for them. So the first is what I was looking for. These look kind of big, but sometimes you never know until you actually put them on. If you're curious about my measurements and what I did with them and what I'm trying, I will include that in the description box. But for now, for me, I have gotten to the point where I'm tired of looking for work casual clothes. I've worked to the point now where when I go out shopping, it has not been an enjoyable experience unless I'm going on vacation. Then I'm like, hey, let's try. And even that has become more tedious and more work than I'd like. So lately, especially with finding places that you really like. So it looks like we have some, these almost look like pull-on khaki type pants. Let me see exactly. These are called, it's called Tribal Pull-On Flattened Slim boot cut pants. Now, I'm really not a fan of boot cut. I'll tell you that off the break. But we'll see what they look like. Alright, so that's the first one. These are 18 wide. The second piece, oh. Like I said, this particular fix, I was looking for things for work. Off the bat, I can tell you, I kind of like this, but then I don't because I'm not really a fan of shoulder pads, and there's like some thin like shoulder pads in this. Let me see if I can hold it up for you. But it is a blazer. It's not very heavy. It's very lightweight, actually. I was smelling it because I was like, wait a minute, is there perfume on here? But that's me. And this is called, oh, it's called a boyfriend. A boyfriend? It's called a recycled boyfriend blazer. Y'all, I'm sorry. I might edit this and I might not, who knows. We'll come back to that. Now this, I picked myself because they did give me an option to pick something, and I wanted something. I feel like I could pull this off at work. I feel like it's casual and that I could pull it off at work. I love, off the break, I do love the feel of it. Feels comfortable. Yeah, this is a Market Spruce. Well, it's called Market Spruce. And as you can see, it's like a plaid long sleeve. Like I could literally pull this off, some leggings and like some booties. All right, and then we have a blouse. Daniel Rain. I could be saying that wrong. I'll put the name of each piece in the description box, but this is like a little casual blouse, blue. And see, and this is my other thing. I don't like things that are like too, I want them to be comfortable, casual, but I want them to be more along the lines of my style. And I feel like I'm gonna have to play with that for a while to get it to that point. So I am interested enough in them to play with it for a little while just to see. But let me try these pieces on, show you what they look like on me, and then I'll get into my thoughts and everything about how I feel about what they look like and how Stitch Fix works. Okay, so I'm gonna give my thoughts about what we just tried on, and also in my box, because I don't see the point in explaining this to you guys in another video, but I mean, I can if you guys want me to, the whole process of how Stitch Fix works. But in the meantime, you do get up to 5 pieces. My last fix had 5 pieces in it, and I do know, like I said, there's a feature on there now where you can pick your items. I noticed I wasn't able to do that until after the first fix, where you can pick certain items that they have trending for you. And what they, you know, your stylist basically picks things that they think you'll like. You can leave notes. You can leave, you know, like a short letter to your stylist explaining to them what you like, what you don't like, you know, so on and so forth. In the box, this was my 5th item. It was a pair of Ralph Lauren earrings that I didn't show in the very beginning, because I know in the beginning of the video I was like, oh, I'll get into X, Y, and Z later, but there's no point. I'll just give you the basics and the breakdown of it right now. These are actually cute. When I looked on the price sheet, they were about $35 for the Ralph Lauren's. So I'm not sure if that's a yay or nay for me. I'm usually a hoops girl, and these are some cute hoops, and they probably would go exactly paired up with what my stylist did pair them with this box. And I noticed I got the same stylist that I had the last time. So I'm going to try to include the try on right here. So you should be seeing that right about now. The first thing that I have on is blue, the blue casual shirt. I believe it was called Daniel Rain or something like that. Like I said, that information will be in the description. I did like this particular shirt as a work casual shirt. I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. I'm a New York girly. I grew up with the Carl Kanai t-shirts and the jeans and the Tims and the this and this and that. And then I had my moments where I did like to dress up a particular way or whatever. But for the most part, I think I was your boy girl. Like I was the tomboy to a degree. But when I liked my girly things, yes, yeah, it was like a perfect blend. But for corporate world, I think I liked this. I thought it was a comfortable fit. It didn't feel too restricting. It just was basic. It was not, but it was something that I would pull off at work on a regular, work shift or whatever, work day. The pants, however, I typically do like a pixie pants. If those of you, if you know, pixie pants is like a pull up, it's stretchy. I do like, for the most part, for my work days, I like the pixie pants because they're comfortable and they are stretch and pull on type, almost khaki, some of them. It's like a cross between a khaki and a legging, in my opinion, but I do like it. These pants, I thought they was okay. Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of the boot cut, and the only reason I'm not really a big fan of boot cut is maybe because I need to pick a short. Maybe I can go in, because they will give you a profile on Stitch Fix that you can create, and it, states, do you like things, straight, short, you know what I mean? Like there's a section that will be when you take your short quiz on the website for that. And that's what your stylist will go with. So maybe I need to try short when it comes down to boot cut and see if I will care for it then. But one of the main reasons I don't particularly care for boot cut is only because of my height. Like I'm 5'2" and 5'2" and fluffy. Like it's just, you know what I mean? But I didn't think these were terrible, even though I had on my slippers. I didn't think these were horrible. And I did see it with the shirt. Like I get it. And then the blazer, I felt like I liked it. I thought the blazer was comfortable. I thought that it just didn't feel restricting. I felt like I could move, lift my arms, do whatever. It just didn't feel like, I don't know if, like you're familiar when you wear certain blazers, it kind of cuts at the, I don't know how to explain it. Up under here, you feel like you can't really lift or, do certain things in your blazer. And I thought that it paired well with this blue blouse. I thought it was good. It was fine. Now, the last shirt that I picked, my daughter was on joke time. She was, she said, but I liked it. I liked the plaid shirt. I liked that it was comfortable. I liked the fit of it. I thought it fit perfectly. I just liked the comfort of it. I felt like I could pair it with jeans or, like I said, some leggings or my pixie pants for work and like a bootie or something like that. And maybe even the boot cut pants would work if I wore like some bootie type boots, because I really don't care for a heel, especially at work. I've had hip replacements and me and heels have not been friends for quite some time. I've definitely put some on, just to chill around the house and see if your girl still got it. But I just can't see me like on an 8-hour to 10-hour shift in the heels. That's just me. But anywho, I did like this shirt. Now it's up to the pricing, to be honest, if I'm going to keep any of these pieces. And if I was going to keep any of the pieces, you've probably already guessed it by now, it would be the blazer, the blue shirt, and the plaid. It would be on the price. Now, the price sheet, like I said, they do send you a summary of this. And my last fix, I kept one shirt. There was like a pack of two where it was like a white and black shirt. I kept the black one because the material of the shirt was not very flattering for somebody like, you know, who has the apron belly like I do. So I didn't care for it. I know some women don't give a damn about none of that. You'll you know, you're just like whatever. But it was pulling too much too. But the black one was fine. It was not as clingy to the belly as the white one. So I did keep that, and that was the only one I kept. There was a pair of jeans. There was like a silk-like blouse. I didn't care for the silk-like blouse. The jeans were fine. So far, the fitting to me personally has been okay. Like, I don't feel like the fitting has been bad, because at the end of the quiz, at the end of each fix, you can go on your profile online. It'll give you the price, and they'll ask you about each fix. And if you don't want to keep it, you know, you can let them know, like, oh, this was too tight, this was too loose, this was too big, this was too small, that sort of thing. And they'll send it. Now, to tell you real quickly, the jeans were fine. I didn't like the price of the jeans. I think it was like $88 when I had got them. And that was one of the reasons I sent them back. Now, for a good pair of jeans in my size, I feel like you are going to pay a pretty penny. I tend to frequent Torrid, and so you can get in there and do they got like a buy one, get the second item 50% off, and they can run you up there based on the cut of the jeans, or if you don't have your Torrid cash. Another story for another day. Now, with that being said, when you go to initially start your Stitch Fix membership, this is not a regular subscription. This is not a subscription where you pay a monthly or annual fee and they send you items out. This is not like Scentbird or any of those. What this is a $20 fee that you would pay before each fix. So, and it's called a styling fee. So you pay the $20. Say I chose a every 3 week cycle, something like 2 to 3 weeks. So every 2 to 3 weeks, if I decide to get another fix, I would spend that $20 for the styling fee. But whichever pieces I decide to keep in that fix, that $20 goes towards it. So let's just say I want to keep just the blazer in this particular fix. And let's just say the blazer is like $50. That $20 fee, styling fee that I applied towards this fix will apply towards that blazer. Or $20 towards the whole fix if I wanted to keep it. So that's pretty much how that works. If there's something I forgot to explain, you guys are definitely more than welcome to leave your questions in the comments, and I will definitely answer them as I can, quickly as possible, or even in another video, because you will see more of these reviews. So far, I'm giving them a chance because I do particularly, I think that as each fix goes, maybe it'll get better, but there's... All right, you guys, so my camera is dying, so I'm about to wrap this up. There are other websites who offer this type of service, but before I go and try another one, which I do not know all of their names, but I noticed ever since I started dealing with Stitch Fix, they've been coming out of the woodwork on my timeline and everything. So if you know any, you can leave it in the comments. And if you've tried one, or if you tried Stitch Fix, then let me know what you think of it. Other than that, I'm giving them a try because, like I said, I just felt like it would make it easier as far as my workwear. and taking the guesswork out of that, especially with the type of schedule I've had. So with that being said, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. I'll let you know if I decided to keep any of the pieces in this, you know, in this particular fix. And hopefully in the next video, I will have the next fix, or we'll be on to another review or topic by then. But I will see you in the next video.